The lime in the coconut. I don't know the words to that. Coconut.
Big hairy coconuts.
Big hairy nuts.
I
Welcome to the Venture Maidens podcast.
I love those.
All right, I'm just waiting for my Twitch to reveal our faces unto me. Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry, I don't have a backdrop, you guys.
Doesn't it feel like it's been a long time since we've played, but it hasn't?
It does. Yeah, it was only 2 weeks ago, but I'm like, how do we play this again? What's up?
I know.
No.
I think it was because it was such a chill role-playing episode that it feels like
we weren't really in the middle of it.
We were just hanging out.
Yeah.
It wasn't chill. Well, at least for me. It wasn't chill for me.
It's
for pretty damn
chill
chill
for Saya.
Yeah, Saya was just like, sing.
Yeah, we're just gonna help some refugees or whatever. But before we get into that, guys, this is episode 39. That's almost 40. We're almost 40 years old. That is.
I just can't wait to celebrate our 69th birthday.
Yep.
That's all I'm looking forward to.
We're gonna have to do something crazy for 69. But yeah, 40. Man, that's like such a ripe, powerful age.
We're almost cougars.
Almost. Yes, I can finally live out my cougar dreams. Oh, wonderful. All right, well, I guess where'd Brittany go?
She did. She's done. She quit.
She's done. Brittany quit the podcast.
Sorry, guys. Arnadel has now moved on.
She's like, I'm out. All right, but okay, everybody. So welcome to another episode of the Venture Maidens podcast. My name is Celeste Konowich, and I will be your dungeon master.
I'm your punctual elven warlock, Arnadel Athil, played by Brittany. Can't speak today.
Punctual, yes.
Punctual.
I'm your human monk, Cyanur, played by Nassim.
And I'm Sage, and I play the brilliant barbarian Kara.
Brilliant is accurate. Everything Kara does is brilliant and radiant and dangerous as heck. All right, everybody. So yeah, you kind of mentioned we had sort of a big role-playing episode last time. So what did we do? What happened? What madness happened at the keep? Where did we start?
So much. Where did we start?
Yeah.
They sent us a message at brunch, and then when you're done, you can come be adults and have conversations.
Yeah, we're talk about missions and shit.
Whatever. That's right. We had a meeting after we were licking syrup off of a plate.
You know what? That is a great meeting day. It's like do brunch and then do your meeting.
Yeah.
It's the only way to do it.
Work shouldn't start until
we should have had our meeting at brunch. They should have just joined us.
Damn. I'm a foolish DM. I should have done that.
It's how they do it in Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly. So we went up to meet them, and we got to talking about the prophecy and everything that means, and trying to figure that shit out because none of us have any clue about what to make of it.
What's going on?
Can't turn heads or tails. Well,
and we also finally learned a little bit more about what the fuck Karillans do and what Rana does, and learned he discovered about your bell, Arnadel.
Yeah, I got to.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that? What did we learn about that?
He does not want me to ring my bell.
Don't ring that bell.
Don't ring my bell. We also learned that we kind of have to wait to talk to Rem because Rem's gonna have more. Oh, you still haven't used that? God damn it!
No, somebody in the chat was just like, "Where's the crown?" I'm like, "Here it is."
Oh my gosh,
I still have it.
So we're waiting for Rem and Isolde to catch up with each other. So we can be like, hey, Rem, we need your help deciphering this. In the meantime, I'm like, hey, my bell or something. Oh, you mean a bell like this? As Rana was talking about the bells that he rings for Fae shit. And he was like, that's a big fucking deal. Don't ever ring this. Ever.
Do you remember why?
It's a banishing bell.
Uh-huh.
it can send Fae people away. It'll kill them, right? Like
it might even fuck up Eladrin, who are Fae-blooded. That's
yeah.
why the Eladrin are like have this very like
love-hate relationship with the Corellans.
Which
we
I'm
respect
gonna
what you
love
do,
it.
but we are also terrified of it.
Yeah.
Right. And that's actually kind of cool now that I think about it. That hadn't really set in, and I'm like, oh, and I was like, here, do you want it? He's like, I cannot.
I cannot.
I cannot.
I simply cannot.
Yeah, put that shit away. And I'm like, all right, cool. Did anybody figure out what the dingleberry at a bell is called?
Oh, someone posted it.
Somebody totally did.
Fuck. Someone quick.
Is it the hammer?
Again. Do it again.
No.
The little clapper.
Clapper. It's the clapper.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes. That sounds right.
Like that. We're all like, so the clapper. Yeah.
That unexpected.
I kind of thought it would sound like nicer.
Yeah.
No, but now we know that Arnadel's got the clap.
in her sack.
Oh, you've got the clap in your sack.
Yeah, she's got a clap in her sack.
Oh no!
Poor Virgin Arnadel. How did that even happen?
Just starting it.
So she's like, okay, I'll put this shit in my bag, and then kind of forgot about it. And then she's like, well, I guess while we wait for Rem to come back, I'm gonna go to the fucking library and chat and hang out with Valerius. And I'm just like, on my way. And all of a sudden,
but before that happens, we gotta go chronologically. What else did we learn about the riddle? Because both Kristoff and Rana were kind of working on breaking down the pieces. And what do we know now?
So we know that we have to go to the Feywilds, and Rana, though he is a Corellan, was like, no, I ain't going there. You need to get a guide. And we're like, but you deal with Fae people in the Fae. And he's like, no, I'm not taking you.
He's like, no.
I stand on this side of the wall and protect people. I don't go on that side of the wall.
So
he also gave us some details about a temple with monks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that housed the dagger.
Yeah. So what's up with that? The knife that cuts through veils.
Yes.
I hope it's a butter knife.
It's just a magic.
It's a cheese knife. It's a
oh yeah.
Ooh, it's the
really
brie
so.
spreader.
So these monks, like no one's has had contact with them for a really long time.
No. So the monks are actually called the Keepers, and they live in the city of Ashtar, the city of bells, which is where Rana learned to be a Corellan.
Right.
So they run basically the temple that trains people to be Corellans.
Right.
And the knife is used in the ritual to make that happen, basically.
And if we're gonna try and take that away from them for a while, they're gonna need. It was like suggested that they're gonna need something in return. We're like, what are they gonna want? He's like, I have no idea.
Yeah, they're weird.
So helpful.
He's like, they're super weird. Yep. And
did we learn anything else about them? Like if they worship a certain god or anything like that, or
so they aren't necessarily like monks in the traditional sense, like they have a god or whatever they're worshiping. It's an institution. It's more like a school / cult / temple thing.
They're like kung fu masters.
Yeah, that's where they live on top of. Yeah, they live on top of a huge plateau above the city, and they do a bunch of weird secret shit that nobody really knows how people become Corellans. Like, it's all very mystical and strange. But they are the ones who apparently have this knife that they use somehow in a ritual. And Rana was very vague about that part specifically.
Mm-hmm. And then I don't remember the rest of the meeting.
Yeah. And then that was pretty much the rest of the meeting. And then y'all broke your separate ways. So I think Nassim, did we do yours first?
Yeah, she went first.
Yeah. So what happened to Saye?
Yeah, I think I just linger. I tried to eavesdrop a little bit.
You went with Kristoff.
Oh no, yeah, that's right. I asked him what he was going to do. He said he was going to go check on the refugees, and I said I'd like to help him. I got updated on like the status of the people living there, that there are more people coming all the time. They're struggling to keep up with like food and water and housing and all that stuff. So I helped conjure a whole bunch of fresh water for them, so that they don't have to take something off their plate and help out of it.
Yeah. What else did you learn about Kristoff and what's happening with the Sisters of Sorrow? You learned a lot of stuff last time.
Oh man, Rem hasn't taken back Commander yet.
Yeah, Rem hasn't brought it up. She hasn't talked about it, but again, she's only like just come back and then dealt with her lover coming back. So there's a lot going on her plate. He's not really sure what to do about it, but he seems to be taking to his role of the new commander pretty well, and a lot more adept at taking care of all the refugees and wanting to help them instead of hiding away and holding on to the secrecy of Sisters of Sorrow like their life depends on it, the way he was before. So he's growing up into a leader.
Oh man, Wakanda
he also has a gold tooth.
Gold
for fancy days.
For fancy day, no, it's just a cap that he puts on sometimes.
Okay.
When he wants to get like in formal attire.
Yeah, then he'll put his gold cap on.
Gold cap attire.
Yep. Yep. And then what happened to Kara?
Kara strode on down to the artificer's workshop and swept away her lovely lady Gidget, because Gidget looked tired and fucking frazzled and a hot goddamn mess.
Hot mess.
Like, listen, I've had a tough week too. Let's have lunch. And
let's do lunch.
I'm also a little mimosa drunk, so. So she put together a picnic and brought her a bouquet of flowers, and they went out on the beach by the keep that kind of borders the refugee settlement, and they sat and enjoyed the sunset.
Yeah, they had a
riveting conversation.
Freaking great date.
Oh my god, it's so great.
And then now, Brittany, what happened? Take us to the end of the episode. What happened?
I can't believe you did that, by the way. I just cannot. I cannot. Fucking walking down the hall on the way to the fucking library, and all of a sudden I hear, is it like, he just said my name, didn't he? He's like, Arnadel?
Uh-huh.
I'm like...
You started screaming.
I did.
Who is it? In the microphone.
I knew fucking good and well who it was. As soon as you said a familiar voice. Actually, you didn't even have to say that. If you watch the video, you see my face light the fuck up as soon as you're like, you hear your name, Arnadel, and I'm like, oh my god, I know who it is. So yeah, Aaron reveals himself in the shadows like fucking Aragorn in Lord of the Rings. Oh my god. And so they have a few words. They explain. She's like, why did you? She's like, you know what? We should go to your room and talk. That's a private place. We can chat candidly, and I want to be sober for this conversation, meaning not go to a bar and drink over wine. And so they caught up. He explained like he got freaked out because of the prophecy from his little sister, and Arnadel's like, at first she was like, so you weren't on orders, you did this on your own. And then she started thinking about it, and she's like, well, you know, we don't know each other that well. You absolutely would, of course you're going to protect your sister, and that's your number one priority. Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, there's no way I could be upset about that. And then when she's like trying to rationalize this with him, he just grabs her and kisses her, and it's so great. And so now she's like, well, I've got some updates for you about my patron situation. Let's go grab a drink. And so Arnadel and Aaron are on their way to get a drink. So she can say like, so, you know, just catch him up on the whole Dendar shit.
Thing. Yeah. So a lot happened last episode. But so for picking up today, we are all still at the Elysium Keep. Obviously, we left you sort of in the middle of all these scenes. So I was going to ask you guys what you want to do with your time at the Keep here. So we can choose to finish out the rest of these scenes. We are going to be at the Keep for 2 more days before you hear word back. So you have basically 2 days worth of time that you all can tell me what you would like to be doing with that time. If there's any conversations you want to have or resources to get, have at it.
Who
And
wants to go
also
first?
Arnadel, don't forget to so at the end of last game also you were given a brooch.
Oh yeah.
That Aaron said was made,
I had to wear it at all times.
Yeah, to help shield you from Dendar's prowling influence. So if I'll just go over the stats of that real quick. It counts as a brooch of shielding as written in the Dungeon Master's Guide. So you have resistance to force damage when you wear it. You are immune to damage from magic missile.
Whoa, that's tight. Yeah. Oh shit.
And you constantly have the non-detection spell cast on you while you wear it, which means that people cannot find you using divination magic. Yeah,
but it doesn't do anything with like sneaking and stuff.
No, basically the whole purpose of this thing is to keep Dendar from looking across the plains to find you. So hopefully in an attempt to, not have Yanti pouring down your back every second.
That would be great.
Wouldn't it though? You're welcome.
Blinging, fucking look at this bling.
Bring it closer to the camera. We haven't gotten like a good. I don't think we've gotten a good look at it.
I think I've got one.
Yeah.
And so this, everybody, also this brooch that Arnadel is receiving is our first Patreon artifact item. So if you donate at the $10 level for 3 months, you're going to be getting one of these in any week now. Just so you all know.
I need a thing. I want to wear it as like a necklace.
Mm-hmm. It's got a little hole in it, so you can do it.
I know. Yeah, I need to get like a jump ring to make that happen.
Hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah! So who wants to go first?
Shall we flip a coin?
Well, it's really simple what I want to do. It's not like it doesn't require much scene or anything. I just want to stick around and help however I can, whatever else is going on in the refugees. If there's like a food line or a soup kitchen thing, like Saya's there helping.
Yeah, absolutely. So good. Why are you so good? You're such a good person.
I know she is.
Yeah, so
it makes me feel shitty.
Let's definitely start there. So you're gonna be spending like the 2 days amongst the refugees?
Yeah.
Okay. So over the course of time there, I think Christoph suggests that the best place to go would be to help Dee at her her little food stand that she's sort of set up in the middle of town.
Mm-hmm.
So just helping that and managing and taking inventory, and it's like basically the central location. So people will come all throughout the day talking to Dee about, oh, I need more thatching for my roof, or like this is flooding, or we need more water, or somebody's pregnant, or like the whole status update.
Water, food, somebody's pregnant.
Somebody's pregnant. You gotta know in like a small, so like medical attention is needed if people get sick. So all of that filters through basically the central hub. You
Mm-hmm.
come to know that it is fondly referred to by the refugees as the short stop. Is the little counter area she has. So that would be the first place to go. And then over the course of 2 days, you get to meet more and more of these people. Again, it's a total mixed bag of folks. You do learn a little bit more about kind of the institutions that have popped up in this town. So let me get... I had my notes somewhere. Yeah, okay. So you know that sort of the leader of these people, there's a tiefling man named Chance who runs what's called the All Faiths Temple. That used to be the temple that was floating on the disc outside and has just been dropped now, and kind of all the iconography has been removed from it. But Chance runs this place as he's like a community leader, very like he's a beacon of hope for everybody, and people will just go there to worship being alive, essentially, at this point. The spirit of these people is incredible to see. The fact that, their lives were torn apart, but they've survived, and they're here, and they're building something new. And it's not under Sylvar's reign, because Sylvar was kind of a dick. in Bastard's Breach. So yeah, the spirit of the people is really great.
Nice. Does
very
Chance
uplifting.
spit hot bars to motivate the people?
Spit what?
What?
I was
Oh, you were
spit
making a
bars.
rapper joke.
Yes.
Oh,
I see. I
am not hip with it.
I am not one of the cool kids.
Don't worry, that's why you got a brown person.
Oh boy. Yes, thank you. So we can get all of our cultural knowledge from you, because I just sit in my basement and read D&D books. But I can tell you anything you want about dragons. Anyway, and then so let's carry that out too. So Saye, at the end of the first day, so this day comes to a close. You go through a whole other day of working there. When you get back in your room, there is a present for you. It is wrapped in a brown paper with just a simple thread on it.
There's no note or anything around?
Written on it, there is an initial that says K.
K. Oh! Ooh. Girl.
Does Kristoff spell his name with a K?
Yes, he does.
Okay. I open it.
Oh.
Okay. Inside is a book. It's a tome that looks a little bit old, and you see that it is labeled Manual of Bodily Health. And it's got like a diagram of a person like running on it.
So funny.
Aw, she loves it. Oh my god. She
Yep.
skips up and down and like hugs it for a second. It's like, oh my god, I can't wait to read this. And she like jumps onto the bed and cracks it open.
Oh my
Yep.
god. You've got two attractive men after your buns.
All right, and
Oh
so
my
what this is actually a magic item that if you spend a collective 48 hours reading this, your constitution score will permanently increase by 2.
Ooh,
That's so dope.
nice.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
She's reading her ass off.
So every time when you're not like helping out for a shift, you're reading your Manual of Bodily Health.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's totally like a life. Here, you tell me
When
what
did-
it's like. What is it about?
Oh, it's just I mean, probably a lot of the same stuff like she learned at her temple among the monks, but like into further detail about like
Mhm.
the nervous system, and because like she
Yeah.
didn't really know the science behind the way the body works, just kind of like treat it nicely and all that stuff. But this is a lot more scientific. I feel like she learns about the nervous system, muscles, how to like the proper way to utilize the muscles as you're doing different things. So things like that, I think. It's very much like an anatomy book.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, it's a cool book. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And you just feel like you're getting stronger as you're reading it. It's crazy. Yeah, so that's also on page 180 of the DMG if you want to look up the.
Okay.
That's a real thing.
Yeah,
That's so fucking funny.
I know. It's awesome. I saw that. I was like flipping for items for you guys. But I was like, oh, well, I'm getting this for Saye.
I love
I
it.
just am dying that fucking Kristoff. I want to know more about this. I feel like what happened.
In another life, you're a matchmaker, Brittany.
Oh yeah,
Seriously.
I have set people up and they've dated for like 7 years and then got married. That did happen in real life.
Well, fuck yeah.
Credentials.
What did you say the book was called? A tome of what?
Manual of Bodily Health.
Manual of
I'm
bodily
just so
health.
excited that Kristoff is getting all flirty pants. That's so
Flirty
amazing.
McFlirt
I mean,
pants.
Rana has like billowing chest hair, so you kind of expect him to be flirty pants. But Kristoff, that's why he's wearing the gold tooth, girl.
None of it feels like flirting for Saya, and I don't even from my perspective, that doesn't feel like flirting. It's
Oh,
just a
Brittany
nice
thinks it
gesture.
is. Brittany's all like,
we
I
get
don't know.
that. All right, so and then that is what you spend your 2 days doing. Anything
Ooh.
else you want to cover over that?
Well, since that's 2 days, do I immediately get my constitution up 2 points?
Yep.
Sweet.
Raise those hit points.
Yeah. So it raises your total score. So if you were at a 16, you're going to an 18.
Oh,
so
yeah.
so your modifier increases by 1. Yeah.
It did indeed.
Heck yeah. What is that now?
Doesn't that also change your like armor class and other stuff too?
Constitution doesn't change. No. But it will change all your skills. So
yeah.
Mark, yeah. And when you level up, you get to add more to your health.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yay! Now it's at 18, so yeah, my mod is a 4.
Nice.
That's really good.
You're so buff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then let's see. So Sage or Brittany?
You want to get that Gidget?
I have a feeling you guys want to do the fucking same thing, which is
kind of, yeah, I think.
Oh.
It's a cut back and forth between the two couples, and it's like mirror images of like the same scene where they're like pushing each other against the wall, having a hot makeout session in 2 different hallways.
Ooh, it's like flashing so artistically.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, it's in black and white.
I'm all like, oh.
And Saya's like, oh, they must be expanding the keep for more people to move in.
Yeah.
There's some construction going on.
Oh my God. So is that a jackhammer?
Oh my God.
All right, Sage. Yeah, what are we up to?
So we of course wrap up our date, our picnic.
Mm-hmm.
And I escort.
It's been great, by the way. It was a wonderful day.
This is the best day she's had in a long time. And so we're walking back, and she, it's like, so you gotta go back to work, or do you get the rest of the night off, or,
Gidget's like, well, I suppose I could fit you into my schedule. And make sassy eyes.
It's a good thing I'm so short then. It makes it easy to fit.
And I'll just put my spanner across the door just in case Whizband bothers us.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and are you going back to your room or her workshop?
We'll go back to my room.
Ooh.
Where there is a bottle of whiskey and 2 cups ready and waiting.
You like preset. I love Kara. This is amazing. Okay. What else have you preset, Kara?
She has also this is on the way. She also made sure that Vlad had laid out fresh linens and that there is a hot bath waiting for us.
Oh.
Essential oils, so it smells very aromatic.
A very important question, which essential oil?
Oh, lavender.
Obviously.
No, I'm kidding. It's pine, so it smells like a rich forest.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Yeah.
All right, and the 2 of you have a fantastic evening together, and it is lovely, and it's one of those like very easy.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's so awkward, but it's totally not for you guys.
Yeah. But at one point, though, she does, as they're, like, cuddling in bed together and ready to fall asleep, and Gidget's, like, curled up in, like, her arm, in her, like, nook of her arm, and Kara says, I've got a really important question to ask you.
She's like, and she, like, kind of ruffles her pink hair.
Would you teach me how to read?
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Oh my gosh, I think I have a book that you'll love. It'll be perfect. Wait, oh my God. And then I can read you my manuals. And then she just like totally bolts up and is just like, has the ideas going and is super excited about it.
Oh yeah. Kara laughs heartily and then like grabs her, like tickles her around the side and like pulls her close and snuggles her and they
No, I'm just screaming.
Mooch and fall asleep and it's wonderful.
Oh, I love it.
Yay!
And what would you like to do for your other 2 days?
So since one of the things that she would definitely like to do is help around the keep and with the refugees, and because she's proficient with a masonry kit, help build houses and structures and reinforce things and like patch up broken walls and shit and yeah, do all of that.
Yeah.
Get down with some hard labor. Maybe
yeah,
build
absolutely.
some fences.
Build some fences. Great. Everybody needs a good fence, am I right?
Good fences make good neighbors.
Great. So yeah, you absolutely put your masonry skills to work. And over the next 2 days, you realize a little bit more of what Gidget and Whizban have been doing specifically. They've basically taken on the task of making this land hospitable for farming and then securing fresh water sources. So that's sort of their thing. So the next day when you all head out to work, you get to meet Sam, which is a giant, it looks like a huge suit of armor that's just rolling around on wheels outside like of the keep, and it rolls around and its arms are these big like 2 flat squares, and essentially what this thing does, it just shoves into the earth like wherever it goes, and then it has like a rotary till behind it. So Sam is a sediment alteration mechanism. So
neat, cool.
Yeah, so that is, now it suddenly makes sense, all of the weird robot and suits of armor you were seeing in Gidget's workshop.
Oh yeah, so. And yeah, Kara's like, oh yeah, you know, being a dwarf and living underground, we had, oh yeah, I bet I could jimmy up some other like machines and stuff, like, because we had to do some stuff like that where I came from.
Yeah,
you know, it's just stones.
Yeah, and Gidget's just like, I love it. In every opportunity, she's totally that girlfriend that's like, you know, we'll come into a conversation and be like, well, you know, I bet Kara would know something about how to lay that stone, and then would like move away, and then the villagers are like, oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I was laying some stone last night, elbow her, fist bump.
She's like, ah, and then rubs oil on her face. Yeah, and then so also what happens for you over the course of the next 2 days, Gidget fulfills her promise on an armor upgrade for you. Yay! So essentially what she creates is these 2, they look like magnets, and she's like, okay, so I was figuring something we could do to improve your armor, but not necessarily, you know, changing the structural integrity. So I developed this. It's a dispersal field.
Interesting.
So what you can do, as a reaction to being hit by something, you can conjure this field around you that will suddenly push things away with a force of its own. And then
I like this.
And as long as it's activated, anything that tries to come close to you, well, it's going to get shocked, quite frankly.
Oh, this is awesome. Oh my god, I'm just going to run at people.
Yeah. So essentially what this is mechanically, you have a use of the shield spell on your armor. So as a reaction, you can activate the shield spell, which gives you, you know, +5 for until the end of your next turn. And once that is activated, if anything comes within 5 feet of you, they will take 5 electricity damage every round just by standing within 5 feet of you.
How long does that last?
So you can use that once per combat, and then it lasts for the entirety of combat.
Dope! Oh my god, I'm so excited right now.
So the shield is, you know, the one burst thing, but once it's activated, the field stays around.
Thing.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my god. Yeah. All right, and then that's what you get. See, everybody gets a present. Keep episode, because I never give you guys treasure in the wild. Sorry.
All the treasure's already been taken.
You guys also have 500 gold pieces, so if there's anything you want to buy, keep that in mind as well before we head out. All right, Brittany. What do you want to do? Oh, you're eating chips? Oh, great. I get to hear those later.
It was popcorn. Sorry, it was popcorn.
Oh, okay. That's not so bad.
Yeah. Arnadel just gets heartache.
She cries.
Aaron's back, bitches, and he's back for me. Very excited about that. Sorry, I'm still chewing. Well, okay, so they go back to the middle sister, and Arnadel recounts the harrowing tale. Actually, she's probably a little reluctant to share this because, like, it definitely paints her in a bad light. Like, scores and scores of elves died because of her fucking unknowing mistake to sign into this, like, pact with Dendar. But she tells all of it to him. She explains every detail. She explains the conversations. She explains the battle. What happened. What was, the bell. Like, she even offers to show him the bell. What does he say?
He's when he hears that and he hears the way Ronnie's like, no, I'm okay. I don't need to see it.
She's just like, you don't want to see the clapper?
No, please don't give me your clap.
Sorry.
From your bag. He's like, God, I'm sorry. That sounds like a lot. Are you all right?
She kind of like nods solemnly. She's like kind of staring heavily into her drink, and she's like, yeah, no, I'm not okay, actually. This is some heavy shit. I'm trying not to think about it right now. There's this prophecy that happened. She tells him about the prophecy. We're actually kind of
prophecies.
Yes. Oh, she actually smiles at that, and she's like, yeah. I mean, me too. Honestly, we're just waiting for Rem to get back. Rem needs a little bit, but we can't really come up with a plan until we get some information from Rem. And yeah. So, what have you been? I mean, I get that you probably can't tell me a lot because your sister's in a safe place, and it's probably best the fewer people that know about that, the better. But like, what have you been doing?
So we went back, visited home for a bit. Then I left her with, yeah, she's doing it. It's hard that we can't be around her all the time, but with Mila the way she is, she understands this is the best thing.
Wasn't she? I'm sure she has SOS protection.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're great about looking out for their own.
I think it's probably great that she's with your mom.
Yeah.
And, for your mom too. She's really young.
I know, too young to be going through any of this, quite frankly, but sounds like we're all having a hard time. Can I get you a drink? Would you like? I would love
Well, we already have one, but I'm happy to get another one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, another. And he's like, oh.
Aaron's back to being awkward. So I guess they continue to drink, and honestly, over the course of the 2 days, Arnadel's gonna want to just hang out with him. She's not intentionally. It's kind of like a subconscious thing, right? She's just gonna keep hanging out with him, and I guess if he wants to go do something, she'll or if I don't know, what is he doing?
What is something you would like to do? Like, what would you suggest for? Oh, give me that face. What is something you
Hey,
would
chat.
like?
What do you think Arnadel should do?
There's no idea. I can't phrase this anyway at all.
What does the chat think? I'm sorry. Oh god, this is her ankles. She does wear her legs wrapped up in leggings of sort at all times. They've already made out. The Space Hamster Boo said bone. It's business time. She's leaving her socks on, smoochies. So
let's talk about sex, baby.
Thank you. Thank you for
Why
that.
are we stepping around it?
Show a little collarbone.
Get to the dirty talk.
Yeah, all right. So Arnadel is going to, I guess on the first evening that they're back in the cave, because we got 2 days, motherfuckers. She's going to they're clearly going to be together and probably holding hands. And whose room do they get to first?
Technically, geographically, his is closer.
Okay, so we get to his
If
room.
it's like one of those, absolutely.
Yeah,
you can tell like over the course of the evening, he still has a lot of like, because he's not really sure how you're feeling or like what.
I'm supposed to teach him bookbinding. Oh yeah. Oh my god, you guys are ridiculous. Holding hands, eating ice cream. Anybody? So
he's not going to be making any like that first conversation. He is still totally letting you steer this.
Oh, that's right, because he made that advance already, and I was like, okay, so she's gonna remember that, and she's gonna grab him by the hand and go into his room.
And he's like, you sure?
She looks at him square in the face, and she, without like unwavering eye contact, and she's just like, she nods and smiles, and then she kind of looks around, and she's like, "This is where you have to take over, because I don't know."
And he absolutely does. You give him the green light, and next thing you know, you are up against a door, like just stumbling. It's dark. You like fall.
I see in the dark.
You up, and you're like, oh, then it's fine. You kind of stumble, but he like scoops you up, and you're down. And why don't you go ahead and make a Constitution for me?
You made me do a Constitution? I guess she's a virgin. Tell me about that.
Constitution check
for the virgin. I mean,
virgin check.
Ooh, he got a 24.
Oh my god, is Ardenelle gonna get preggers?
Oh my god!
Are they gonna have a little half elf baby?
Where did that come from?
This is okay. Actually, I don't know what my Constitution modifier is. You gotta give me a second to find that. Stand by.
Yeah, when was the last time we used our character sheets?
Oh, a minute ago. I'm looking. Yeah. It's on my computer.
Hey, podcast of foes.
Well, that was another storyline.
Yeah.
It's
You all should definitely listen to that, by the way, if you haven't yet. We should be able, I think now at the end of this week we can put it on our own stream. So
I rolled a 14.
Okay. A 14 is not bad.
Sounds about on par with my first time.
That's about right. And it is very clear to you that Aaron knows what he is doing, and he is very sweet, and is very patient. And,
okay.
And no, it's a lovely evening. Weird for you. How does Arnadelle feel the next morning, I think is what I want to know.
Yeah.
So throughout the evening, it was lovely and exhilarating, and she had an amazing time, and she was just like full of joy and all of the amazing things that come with that. Just at being like in a vulnerable place with this fella that she's been, all about for the last couple of months. And she goes through little bouts of insecurity, obviously, because gentle and courteous. And so she's like kind of reflecting on like what she learned and what she thought she knew about it versus what actually happened. And like, she's just kind of like, wow, that's like totally, wow, I have a lot of things. Like there's a lot of stuff I gotta practice. And she feels great.
So does that mean they gotta do it again?
Yeah, she's
Is that what you want to do for 2 days?
Yeah, she's like, she's all about like case studies. So she's gonna want to do it as frequently as possible to see how they differ.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then practice makes perfect.
How is he in the morning?
Oh, he's a cuddle bear. He's obvious. He's like he's the first thing, like you wake up, and he's one of those guys who will try to hold you all night.
Oh my god! And she's all like, I just want to sleep on I'm a side sleeper.
Yeah.
My neck.
And he's like, but I want to cuddle.
She's like puts her feet on him,
So in the morning, you are woken up by a soft little kiss on your forehead, and he just like pulls you, and he's like, "I'm so glad I came back."
Yes, me too.
Thank you. She's speechless. She's just kind of nods a little bit and like breathes this fucking amazing smell in and cuddles back.
Oh,
it happened, you guys. It's been over a year and a half.
It finally happened. For Arnadel, it's been what, like 300 years?
No, she's not that old. She's 150. We established this in canon. So it's been like 100 years.
Yeah. All right. And then anything else y'all wanted to do over the course of 2 days?
She's going to want to tell Kara and Saya.
Oh, yeah. We got squad walk to brunch.
Everybody pops out of their own doors and like looks down the hall, and we're like...
Brunch?
Oh, girl.
She's
mimosas now.
Yeah, basically. Like, yep.
Oh my god.
I'm dying.
Gidget and Aaron will go hang out. So what's up? Cool. I love the Venture Maidens, right? They're pretty cool. He's like, yeah. She's like, yeah.
I'm blushing so hard right now, you guys. It's silly. I'm also getting kind of drunk, so that's helping.
Awesome. Okay. All right. And then, so I guess the 2 days pass. Did you all want to have any conversations in character or get any more information or anything before we move along?
I think I did want to do 2 things. Go see if there's any kind of like magical artifact shop around, since like Sai's like, I have all this money, I really don't know what to do with it. She wants to go wander around.
Unfortunately, the way shops are set up in the D&D thing, from Valeris's general store, you can buy anything in the PHB, but they don't have magic items for sale, unfortunately. Though if you do put in a request for something specific, Valerius can try and get it for you. And what we'll do basically is roll a percentage die to see if he will have it next time you're back at the keep.
I see. Well, since I don't have anything in mind, I'll hold off on that. But
we can retroactively say if you think of something. So just, look over the DMG, and if there's something you like must have, it's part of Valerius's job to acquire. All that stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Then not really so much a conversation as much as she wants to thank Kristoff for the book.
Yeah, and you run into him like in the village or something. He's, walking by, and you catch his attention. He's like, "Oh, yes, I thought you would like it."
I did. It was fascinating. I didn't know there was so many different parts to like a single part of the body. I don't know. My mind was blown, and I can't stop reading it. So thank you so much.
The study of anatomy is fascinating and useful.
It sure
is.
Yeah, that's what this Adam... This
All right.
episode should be like Anatomy of the Maidens or some shit. Great. Well, thank you for all this work you're doing. It's
of course.
Great to see you around. He's like making a weird face at you. Like this conversation is like really painful for him. You're not really sure why.
Okay, yeah, she's like squinting at him like, I mean, it's good to be around and back and actually be able to help out for once. I always feel bad having to jet off and take care of business, but I'm glad I could actually put my hands into some real work here. But yeah, I think we're ready and excited to move on. Stop that. Stop
it, both of you making your little hand gestures. perverts.
More awkward dialogue.
Yeah.
Saya leaves because
Yep.
you can tell that Kristoff is uncomfortable and isn't used to small talk. So she's like, all right,
Yeah.
bye.
Small talk is super not his thing. But he smiles, like, you know, he was pleased that you liked the book. Okay, and then it's around this point, so the end of day 2, that you all receive summons. Fred, little Fred, comes running to find all of you wherever you are. Hey, I have a message for you. You have to go to the council chambers. Apparently, there's like an update or something.
Thank you, Frederick.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, bye, and then runs off.
Saya's a little sad. She's like, where's Vlad?
Oh,
You don't know.
Yeah.
He's on the bigger, better things.
Yeah. Oh no, he's been promoted. Now he's master of the house and the town, so he's just a bigger surface area. All right, and then so you all rendezvous in the council chambers, and here we have,
What was that?
Does Aaron come?
Oh, nope, Aaron did not get an invitation. So here it is the full staff. So we've got Rem, we've got Isolde, who are looking a lot better, both of them, after 2 days of rest. They're still, you know, kind of pale and drawn looking, but they're sitting at one side of the table. And then we have Kristoff, and we have Rana, and then the 3 of you. The room is tense when all of you walk in. Like, you just walked into the middle of a weird conversation, and everybody's really, really quiet when you all step in.
Seems like Mom and Dad have been fighting again.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arnell snorts, like, you know, like a snort laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rem's mouth kind of twitches up at the joke. And then Rana's, well, I suppose I'll get this started then. We have heard back from the Keepers. They have requested that I return with the 3 of you to discuss their terms. So, looks like we're going to be heading to Ashtar.
All right.
And so this is the night of the second day when this happens. And so he says, I suggest we leave as soon as possible. Kristoff has been working on arranging transportation. And Kristoff speaks up. Yes, we believe that the best way to travel to the plateaus would be on foot, as it were. I think it is our highest priority that Dendar does not... Well, we can't have you drawing attention to yourselves, casting large magic, or sending you through planar means of travel would probably be a horrible mistake. We need to do this quickly, quietly, and get you there.
How is on foot? Quick, my God!
I believe one of Wizben's creatures will be assisting you. Those horses, and he gives like a weird face, run very, very quickly. We will suit you with a carriage with the horses, supplies. You should be able to make the trip in 4 days.
Oh, okay. Thought you meant we were like literally walking. I was not into that.
As funny as that might be, no, absolutely not. That would be ridiculous. You will be traveling all the way across the shifting plains and to reach the plateau itself. You will check in with the base village there and then proceed upwards towards the temple.
Why is it called the shifting plains?
Because of the effects that the sun has on this open grassland.
Oh, it's not like some crazy face shit?
Well, everything in the plains is crazy face shit, but
oh,
this not in particular. It's just a fancy name for grassland. It's very windy.
Oh boy.
Yep. So that's essentially the plan. That tomorrow morning, so that's like 9 hours from now, you're being loaded up onto a carriage, given some of the artificer horses, and heading to the plateau of Andorra.
Sweet.
Questions?
Are my wings gone?
Oh yeah, I forgot you had wings. Yep, because you had them for 3 days.
How does that feel when they like
go away?
grow back?
Probably heartbreaking.
Do they just like fall off? Like,
so I imagine what happens is that at specifically, 48. This is a 72 hours, 76 hours.
Okay, 72.
Yeah. Okay. So specifically at the precise second of the 72-hour mark, all of a sudden, your wings just explode in a bunch of rainbow colors. It's like you don't even feel it though. You just feel a weight go off of you and just rainbow feathers just all over the place. And you're standing there like, what? And as the feathers drift to the ground, right before they hit the stone, they dissolve into these puffs of rainbow colored mist.
Saya is depressed. She misses them immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it takes you a bit because you know you were getting used to your center of gravity being different, and now it's just like, So your wings are sadly gone.
Man.
are you left with a feather at least?
No,
Yes.
they disappeared. Oh, okay.
Here, sure, an orange feather remains just lying at your feet on the floor.
Sweet. Takes it,
And it's
keeps it. Oh, you done froze.
In the sunlight.
That was so lovely. It's sunlight. What?
It glitters in the sunlight.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
It does?
mm-hmm.
Oh.
Probably.
Yeah.
She's gonna make something with it. She keeps it.
Ask me
Make
about
a
it.
cool
Let me know.
hat.
Let me tell you if it's magical or not.
Arnadell, it's sparkly. Does it do shit?
Does it?
It is magical, yes.
I just like clasp my hand around your hand holding the feather and I'm like, it's magic, girl.
Girl, you have something magic in your hands. You can tell it has evocation magic on it.
It's a magic feather. It does shit. It evokes. It evokes.
It evokes things.
You might be able to use it for wings later. I don't know, but maybe. I can do some tests on it later if you want. I can help you out. You want wings? You want wings, girl? I might be able to help you out with a spell about that later.
You want wings, bitch? Dude, I can make them on the
motherfucking
Tuesday.
They say called Wingstop for nothing.
You want some orange
This is
wings,
great.
bitch? I might be able to help you. Also, does
boy.
Arnadell get it in with Aaron as much as fucking possible before they leave?
You do.
And I get better at it.
You do. You do get better at it. It's like any couple, you know, like the first couple times you're like, I'm figuring how do you, and then it's great by the end of 2 days. Just mute your mic.
Arnadell's not gonna be able to walk.
Hold
Yeah, I
on.
know.
Hold on.
Happy
Yep.
sitting on a
Sorry,
horse.
guys. Sorry.
They don't leave the room very much.
You failed at muting your mic.
Oh boy. Woof woofs. Actually, I'm gonna step out for a quick bio.
Okay.
Bio break?
Sorry, what I miss? Bow-legged? No, she's not bow-legged. She is walking with grace. Arnadell, DTF. Yes, she is. Look how red my cheeks are. It's not just because of the topic at hand. It's because I'm also drinking, and it's very warm in my room because I lit a candle.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing a hoodie, sweatshirt.
Yeah. It's one of my room too.
You're right. I should stay hydrated, fearless, less gooster. Fearless gooster. How do you say that? Guster or gooster?
Guster?
Guster. Fearless Guster. The puppy face. Shut up, Kentera TPC. Listen, that single candle heat, if it's humid, anything above like 50%, you feel it, okay? It's true. I'm dead serious. You have a single candle heat. Fuck you. It's hot. And look, it emits a lot of heat. God damn it. Look at this. I'm also an elf. Yes, I'll be fine. Arnadell's an elf, not me. Was the topic the only thing at hand? What topic?
You said you were getting hot because of the topic at hand.
Oh, that's funny. That's a pretty good play on words there, friend. Yes. No, I'm physically warm because there's a candle that lit and lots of lights and alcohol. It's a bonfire. It is. Did you see it when I held it up to the camera? You should make some fucking popcorn. It's amazing. It's the best snack ever.
I want popcorn.
Yeah. Make some fucking popcorn.
I've been eating popcorn this entire fucking episode because it's a popcorn-worthy episode.
Yum. Oh, everybody hooking up. The hookup episode.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Uh-huh.
What happened? California.
Man.
And we're all gonna get married and buy houses next to each other and
Oh my
raise
god.
kids next to each other, just be best friends for the rest of our lives. Okay, we don't need to have a podcast. It's done.
It's done. This podcast is over. That was actually the story arc, is when everybody gets their fucking dick wet. I mean,
that's it.
There's got to be a better way to say that. Sorry. When everybody gets to have lovely time with their SOs.
Where was that bingo square? Arnadell isn't a virgin anymore.
Switz, you're right. What are you fans gonna do with yourselves now that Arnadell is not a virgin anymore? What is gonna happen?
What is gonna happen? What is the wait. People really aren't that different.
Now Dendar cannot sacrifice Arnadell. No more.
Ooh, your sacrifice potential has gone
There's
down.
no Maiden's blood available. Oh wait, Aaron has the D. That's right. Well, yeah.
Anyway, so yep. So you guys make it through that last night. You get all your bags packed again as you get ready to head out with Rana to Ashtar, the city of bells.
Tight.
So you wake up bright and early. And already saddled, at the base of where the settlement is, you see it's more of a wagon, but it does have a covered carriage part. I guess one more like a gypsy wagon, something very similar to it. Has a door on the back, and there are two horses that are pulling it. One is white with a black star on its head, and then one is black with a white star on its head. And they are both like real impressive looking horses that are just so well behaved. And Rana is already like throwing his stuff in the back when you all show up. What does this parting look like? Now we all have people to say goodbye to.
Oh man, parting with such sweet sorrow.
Yeah. So I think Gidget probably rolls out and Aaron too, to see you all off.
Saya hugs them both.
Yeah, they hug you. Everybody loves each other.
It's so great.
Yeah, Kristoff is there too to send you all off on your way.
Give him a hug.
Yeah, he looks startled and then like gives you a one-armed hug. You only come up to like halfway in his pec, so your eyes are like right in his man boob.
Girl. Oh my god.
She takes an extra second to feel how hard he is.
Oh, it's so firm.
Were you just like
boob check.
Oh my god.
Yep. And then you begin to head out. So essentially what this journey is going to go through. I wish I had the map to pull up for all of you.
Maybe sorry, I don't have an image of this.
On my shitty. Okay. So we're up at the Elysium Keep here.
Over and basically, to the left a little bit.
We're up at the Elysium Keep up top here, and so now all of this is water over here. So you're going to be traveling directly south through the borderlands to the shifting plains, and then continue further south until you reach the plateaus of Andorra. And Ashtar is actually located on top of one of the highest plateaus located there.
So, of course.
Yep. So you are going to be traveling for a day just along the edge of the coastline, the new coastline, before you even hit the shifting plains, and then that'll be 2 days of traveling through. It's basically flat, open grassland. It's mostly not populated because it borders so closely on the borderlands, which was the nasty, inhospitable zone where you're getting closer to the mountains and. So the area you're traveling is largely uninhabited. It's really only the southeast part of the continent that has a heavy population.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we begin our travels. How's the first day go?
Every once in a while, it's terrible.
Oh, I hate road trips.
One of the pinions holding one of the cart wheels in flies out, and then the wheel flies off, and we had to stop.
Oh my
gosh! We had to shove it back in.
Somebody gets dysentery.
Oh God! That escalated quickly.
Oregon Trails.
We all got like a little motion sickness.
Yeah.
Sorry. Nobody played Oregon Trails as a child.
Nope, I did.
Yeah. I was trying to come up with another joke. I couldn't remember. You're killing me.
John has dysentery. I would imagine that while we're having this, like, oh, you guys stop. Oh my God. Simmer the fuck down, chat. I imagine that the three of us have all the most intense girl talk you can fucking imagine.
Yeah.
Somebody else is driving the carriage.
Ron is driving.
We're chatting it up in the back. I'm like, let me tell you all about this.
So what's formation for traveling? So there are the two horses that are pulling the wagon, so it's easy enough to walk alongside it, or to ride in the back, or one person can sit up front with Rana, or what are you guys all doing at any given time?
During girl talk moments, we're probably walking behind the cavern or sitting in it. And then when girl talk conversation isn't happening, Arnold's probably going to shove Sawya to the front of the fucking, like, wagon to be like, go something.
Of course. And she's like, yeah, okay.
It's like, cool.
Yeah.
Ron is like, nice day.
I like the view.
Yeah. And then, so that continues on. That's the first day. You get girl talk. It's great. And then you start to hit the shifting plains. So the reason the plains are called the shifting plains is because it's such a wide open expanse that the wind is constantly blowing. And there are a bunch of different varieties of tall grasses that are just spread out over this huge, huge flat space. And as the winds shift, and the grasses themselves seem to have like a rainbow quality to them, so the colors of them change. So as the breeze blows through, it actually looks like the plains themselves, the grasses are rippling like an ocean that just spreads out for miles and miles and miles.
Sawya is even more depressed that she doesn't have her wings.
Oh,
like, this would be just an amazing place to fly around.
Yes, Arnado.
How much longer do we have on this journey?
So you are just starting the second day.
And we have how much longer?
4 days?
So 4 days total.
Yeah. Okay. Arnadel wants to roll an insight check to see if she can determine whether or not Sawya is like Sawya's sadness. Oh, hell yeah.
Sawya sadness?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not having her wings.
Oh, got it.
Oh, probably. I mean, she's probably complaining about it.
Would you have said something?
She doesn't complain much, but about her wings, she's like, man, this is so pretty. I could be up there looking at the rainbow.
So you say this.
Yeah.
Then I cast motherfucking fly on yo ass. I'm like, hey, Saya, come here. Saya, come here.
What?
What the fuck? Oh my god, sorry. Hold on. Sorry, there's voices. Oh my god. Okay. Oh shit, hold on. Sorry.
Think a YouTube video just start playing?
No, I don't know what's playing. My desktop is going crazy. Okay. I'm back.
Okay. Oh no, not that mean snake that's getting the technology snake is struck
It was.
again.
That scared. I was like,
Oh.
I couldn't. Okay. Did you guys hear that?
That you cast fly on Saye?
No, I'm asking the audience if they heard, because I have loopback running, so they probably heard what just popped up on my desktop. Yeah, I cast fly on Saya.
Saya's living.
I'm like, you got that
And
for an hour,
we're
girl.
Yeah, she's flying alongside like a couple, at least 100 feet up above the caravan to have like a great bird's eye view, and yeah.
Definitely. And while you're doing that, why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check while you're up there, and roll with advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, it was 21.
Okay. So with the 21, you see, like, again, from above, the patterns of this shifting grassland is incredible. It is so beautiful to behold. It's also a little bit dizzying as you're going, because it super looks like the land itself is shifting and moving up and down, and like the caravan itself is just this little dot of brown moving against these grasses. And you see that there are creatures off in the distance. They look like grazing animals of some kind. There are birds flying up above where you are. Very peaceful and open setting, though, until you see far, far in the distance what looks like, it's hard to tell from this distance, but it looked like a wrecked wagon of some kind. And you think you see the glint of orange flames coming from it. And it's about a mile ahead of where you all are currently.
Okay. The speed that I can fly, how much faster can I go than the caravan?
You could go probably, what is it, 60 feet?
60 feet fly speed.
Yeah, 60 feet every 6 seconds. You could definitely fly a lot faster than the caravan if you wanted to go over there.
Yeah, she's gonna swoop down to the front and say, I see something up ahead. It seems like it's about a mile away. I'm gonna go up a little higher to try and get some distance and see if I can get a better look and fly ahead of you guys.
All right. Be safe.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So she goes up an extra like 50 feet more from her original 100, and then goes straight towards the little glow.
Yeah, so definitely as you get closer, you can see it looks like a wagon that was attacked, and it's smoldering wreckage, basically. It looks like something came and just clubbed this thing apart. And you actually begin to, as you get closer, you hear a wailing sound coming from down below. And you see that there are two figures kind of in the middle of this wreckage. And there is a woman, a human woman, who is clutching a body on the ground and screaming for somebody for help.
I want to look around again, see if I see anything suspicious around it, or like evidence of a brawl beside the wrecked thing. Yeah, so another perception or insight?
Yeah, go ahead and give me another perception now that you're closer.
That is 22.
Okay. So looking around, you don't see anything else. Like, there aren't signs of other people who have come through. You're not seeing, like, tracks where horses went through or anything. There's no indication to alert you to how this has happened or why this has happened from a distance. Other than it looks like this caravan got attacked and somebody is clearly injured on the ground.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then she swoops down and wants to go see what's going on.
Yeah. So are you coming within like range of the woman?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you swoop down, and then so the caravan is probably like half a mile away at this point.
Uh-huh.
So you're pretty far away from the rest of everybody. And you swoop down there, and the woman is clearly, she's crying on the ground, and she is clutching a human man to her, and he has this wicked looking spear that is just stuck like in one of his shoulders, and it's black and twisted, and just you don't think you've seen anything like it before. And she sees you descend from the sky. She's like, oh my god, like, please, can you help me? My husband, there was these orcs came, and then and I think he's dying. Can you help me, please?
Yeah, come. What is this? Is this magic? I don't know. Fuck. No, she panics a little bit. She doesn't really know what to do.
They just came out of the fields and they attacked us. First there were arrows, and then they came and they took everything that we had in the wagon, and they stabbed him. And what am I gonna do?
Was he dead?
No, he's sort of, well, you can't really tell, but you think he's still raggedly breathing. You can't tell how close he is to death without a medicine check.
Yeah. I say, okay, I'll do what I can. My friends are not that far behind. They'll be here soon, and they can probably help you out a little more. But let me take a look at him, and then I want to do a medicine check on him.
Sure. And yeah, go for it. What did you get on the?
I got a 7.
Okay. So you go down like beside her, and she's covered in like blood, and it's like she's clearly losing her shit. And you're looking at this man, and then you start to notice something a little bit weird. Like when you go to look at the wound, it just doesn't look quite right. And you're not sure exactly what it is. And as you're like trying to assess this, the woman just suddenly stops, and she's like, so Rana's in the caravan behind you? And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Damn. Fuck. 9. Gift of the past? Or present?
Yeah, that lets you do a reroll.
No, that's mine. Hers is she gets an extra turn.
Oh, no, you can't do that. Stop trying to sneak these in here. Nope. So you are now under the effects of a charm person spell.
Wait.
And
I don't know if I can be charmed.
I cannot. Well, you might have like advantage, but you can get charmed.
Yeah. I have stillness of mind. I use an action to end one effect on me, charmed or frightened. But right now I'm charmed, right? Like,
bam, 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 bam.
All right. So, as you feel this magic wash over you, and she's clearly cast something on you, but then you like shrug it away, and you look at her, and her face like elongates as she hisses at you, and you see this full set of jaws, and then the eyes flicker to this bright, shining yellow color. And then you hear a groan and shifting from the one on the floor. Also, its face begins to contort as it turns into this blue-skinned, white-haired beast. And these 2 sets of horns grow out of its face. And she says, well, I suppose we can do it the hard way also. And she extends her hand forward and is about to cast a spell at you. And I think that's where we're going to end it today.
What? Oh my god.
Okay.
Woo!
I literally wanted you to punch it in the face.
Well, we can definitely do some punching next time. But that's all for today, folks. Thank you so much for listening to this saucy, super saucy episode of the Venture Maidens podcast.
Everybody had such good recommendations for a title of this episode.
Yes. Thank you. Great ones. Yeah, thank you all for being here in the chat. We love you. There were so many of you in here tonight. Thank you. Also, I do believe that cliffhanger counts as a bingo board. You're welcome. All right. Well, thank you everybody so much for listening. I have been your dungeon master, Celeste Conowitch.
I am your
Love
I am no longer your virgin fucking elf warlock, moon elf warlock, Arna Delazille, played by Brittany Quintero.
I hate the word, but I was hoping you would use deflowered.
Oh, I don't like that. I'm sorry. I don't like that word.
Me
And
either.
nor will I use it. She got her shit rocked.
Understandable. Yeah, and I was your nearly bamboozled human monk, Cyanura, played by Nassim.
And I have been your dwarf barbarian, Kara, played by Sage.
Yes, well, thank you everybody so much, and you know what you should do until next time?
Venture away.
Venture away. Wow, we didn't sync up on that at all. That's okay. Venture away, everybody.
Do we ever?
Sometimes we do, and it breaks the microphone.
Oh, well, pineapple.
All right.